Yo, what's going on, guys? And today I wanted to talk about the Orlando Magic and what I expect from this team. I expect at the very least this team to be barely a lottery team. I expect this team to make the playoffs and be one of the better transition/defensive teams in the league, specifically perimeter defense. Let's talk about this roster. Gary Harris, Jonathan Isaac, Markelle Fultz. Markelle Fultz won't be back till I guess halfway through the season, correct me if I'm wrong. Jonathan Isaac, Terrence Ross, Mo Bamba, Wendell Carter Jr., Jalen Suggs, the man who is the franchise cornerstone who's going to lead us to the playoffs. I believe he's, besides Cade Cunningham, he was the only other player in the draft, besides maybe Scotty Barnes, that I think actually elevates every single player around him. He has that talent, like LeBron-esque. I'm not saying that obviously he's not like LeBron, but how LeBron elevates his teammate, wherever Jalen Suggs go, he has made everyone around him better. Franz Wagner, the 6'9", multi-possessional defender who looks like he could be a career 40% three-point shooter. And then they got some veterans in Robin Lopez, Michael Carter-Williams. And they brought in Mo Wagner, Franz's brother, RJ Hampton, Chuma Okeke. Okay, some people say it's Okeke, and I've been told by like 8 Magic fans it's Okeke, O-K-E-E, O-K-E-Y-K-E-Y. That's the pronunciation, even though it's spelled O-K-E-K-E, Okeke. Cole Anthony. Now, and PJ, no, not PJ, RJ Hampton. I don't know why I said PJ. So when I look, I have my laptop right here. So if you see me looking down, the laptop's right here. I'm on the iMac. Tell me how the quality. Does the video look better with the iMac? So I expect the starting lineup to honestly be Jalen Suggs to start the year. Really, he looked better than Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony off the bench till Markelle comes back. Once Markelle comes back and he shakes off the rust, I could see Markelle being the sixth man for this team. So I expect the point guard position to be Cole Anthony and backing up Jalen Suggs with a little bit of Michael Carter-Williams, but I could see Michael Carter-Williams playing a little bit of small forward or even being traded. But yeah, so I expect Cole Anthony to back up Jalen Suggs to start the year, and then Markelle, Anthony, and Suggs to be the 3-point guards. Then RJ Hampton, I think he should be the starting shooting guard. He might not start the year as the starting shooting guard, but he ended the year on fire and looks like a shooting guard with some who could be a secondary playmaker / has some point guard like skills. Then you got Terrence Ross, Gary Harris, who could back him up, and you could even argue that Michael Carter-Williams could play a little bit there. And then at small forward, I think is the most interesting spot because you have Franz Wagner, who's probably going to be backed up a little bit by Terrence Ross and I think Michael Carter-Williams. And then Jonathan Isaac at power forward backed up by Chuma Okeke. And then at the center rotation, also, I think Mo Wagner might play either small forward or power forward. Like, I don't think they're going to use him as a center. He sucks at rebounding and rim protecting. I think they're just going to have him just stand in the corner. I think the center rotation is going to be Mo Bamba, Wendell Carter, and then Robin Lopez whenever they need like a guy. I think this team could have like a Washington Wizards, Charlotte Hornets-esque season if we wanted to compare them to a team from last year. Look, I think the biggest thing that this season is being held up on is the jump, okay? And what I mean by the jump is there's a lot of young talent on here, but they have a lot of vets. The vets being Gary Harris, who was a guy who averaged 18 points a game, but he's a plus defender on the perimeter. Terrence Ross, who on his best day is a plus defender, but he's usually a capable 40% three-point shooter. Then you got Michael Carter-Williams, who's just kind of an all-around point guard. He's not special at anything, but he's not necessarily bad at anything except shooting. Then you got Jonathan Isaac, you could call a vet at this point, who's one of the best perimeter. Basically, he can guard every single position. He's one of the very few players who can. This guy should be, if he wasn't gotten injured so many times, would have probably already been in the conversation for multiple defensive players of the year, in my opinion. Then you got Mo Bamba, who was lighting it up at the end of the year with Wendell Carter Jr. They're just going back and forth. Mo Bamba has the ability to switch to the perimeter better than Wendell Carter, but they're both good interior defenders. Wendell Carter looks like the better offensive player now, but Mo Bamba is the guy who can hit the threes, and he was shooting at a really good clip at the beginning of the year. Ooh, my girlfriend texted me. Then Robin Lopez is the other vet in there with Mo Wagner. I think Mo Wagner is going to be in like a Danielle Gallinari, Steve Novak type role, in the sense that I think he's going to be a power forward, maybe even play small forward sometimes, and just be put in the corner to shoot threes. And basically, he isn't the most athletic guy, so they're just going to put him at a position where he's bigger than most guys, so he can just use his size to be a somewhat decent defender. And he's just going to be there besides shooting threes. Just if a ball comes near him, he's just going to get the rebound because he doesn't really try on rebounds. So if everything goes correctly, if the veterans correctly mentor the young guys, this is a team that, in my opinion, easily could be the 7th or 8th seed. I think what it depends on is how does the team respond, you know? And I think that's the big if for both sides is we don't know how, if the mentors or the guys such as Markelle Fultz is another guy who we could call a vet at this point. We don't know if he's going to come back same guy, okay? So that's the other thing that we have to deal with now is we don't know if Markelle Fultz, like who was having a great year last year, okay, is he going to come back same guy? Or are we going to have to be put? It's really if all the young players take the jump that is needed, then yes, this is a team without a doubt. I'll say it every single time. They're going to make the playoffs, okay? They have the length, they have the versatility. It comes down, will they be able to hit the shots that need to be hit, okay? Or will they just continue to be the team that's just not good enough to be contenders, but is good enough to be close to like the playoffs? I think they'll make the playoffs this year, but yeah, I think there needs to be something done in the sense that let's go out there and let's try to be the best team possible, which is, I think, playing through transition and using their versatility and length to be able to switch on multiple players and then get a rebound and go full court press to the other side. That's what I think would be the best thing for this roster to do right now, okay? Maybe there's better options out there, and maybe I'm just wrong. But I think right now, if you look at the roster and where they're at, I think the best thing that they could do for themselves is exactly that, you know? And that is finding a guy who can be their franchise cornerstone in Jalen Suggs. And I think Jalen Suggs, again, is going to set that mantra of let's do it this way. Let's be the underdogs. Let's play with a chip on our shoulders, boys. Okay? So I want to hear your thoughts down below. What do you guys think of the Orlando Magic? Am I wrong for thinking this? I really think he's a good player, okay? I think Mo Bamba is a guy who Jalen Suggs, I think this team can be decent. So I want to hear your opinions down below. That's it for me today, guys. But peace out.